So in our practice examples, grade 7, we have this question. So we have 3 less than a number is 2. So let's create an equation for that phrase. So we've got our number. Okay. It is 3 less. So 3 less than a number. So we're taking away 3. And that answer is going to be 2. Okay. So if we draw our pan scales here, so we've got our n, and then we have -3 tiles here. And then over here we have +2. Okay, so now let's draw the next step. So we have our n, we have our -3, and then we have our 2. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get n by itself. So we have to add 3 white tiles. What we do to this side, we have to do to the other. So let's add 3 white tiles over here. So what happens here is these ones cancel out, and we are left with n equals 5. Okay, so I know a lot of you struggled with this type of question on the last assignment. So when you're trying to draw these things on the computer, what I would recommend is using the Kami program. So you can actually make scales and input the shapes right into the assignment. So it's actually going to be very good to use for this. I know it might sound scary at the beginning, and I think I'm going to post a demo video of using Kami, just so you guys can see it. So our next example. Overnight, the temperature dropped 8 degrees to a temperature of -3 below. So we're going to create an equation and solve using pan balance. So let's first create our equation. So we've got our temperature, and it's going down 8 degrees. It's going to level out at -3. Okay, so now let's draw the tiles. So we've got our variable block, and then we've got 8 negative tiles. Okay, now now over on the other side of the pan balance scale, we have -3. Okay, so what do we need to do to get our temperature by itself? Well, we have, let me just draw this here. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to actually have to add 8 positive tiles here to cancel these out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So now we're going to cancel out tiles. So all 8 of these guys cancel out, and then we have these ones that are going to be canceling out as well. So what we're left with is our T, and we're left with 4 positive white tiles. So we've got the temperature was equal to 4. Okay. Now, let's take care of the next example here, and this is going to be our last one. So we're going to solve this equation using pan balance. So here we go. Here's our pan scale. We've got -4 over here. There's our equal sign. Then we've got our x. And then we've got -3 over here. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to get rid of these 3 tiles to get x by itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 3 to both sides. Okay. So here, oh, I guess I should have redrew that, but whatever. We'll deal with that. So these will cancel out, and then we need to take away 3 tiles there. So we're actually left with 1 negative tile and our x tile. So x is equal to -1. All right, so you guys can get started on that textbook page, and the 6.4 video will be posted shortly.